The Louis Armstrong Summer Jazz Camp in New Orleans is a dream of Louis Armstrong's come true.
The mission of Jazz Camp is to offer quality music education to any student, primarily in New Orleans, but any student anywhere in the world that's interested in learning jazz music in the city it was created.
It's a great opportunity to learn new things and experience, things from other musicians, famous musicians such as the Jordans, and get a different perspective from teachers, not only my private teachers or the teachers that I regularly associate with, but also other teachers from this camp.
1, 2, ready, play.
One of the most important things that we do teach here, Mr. Jordan would probably attest to this, is we're teaching fundamentals.
Music fundamentals, you got to have the fundamentals in order to do anything.
It's not about playing a song, it's about a kid being able to be better prepared when he leaves here than when he came.
We have to help them access some of this music. We have them listen to jazz, and so they have to understand the vernacular of jazz by listening to it.
They have to deal with sight reading, they have to deal with the structure of music, and they can do that in the jazz context.
This jazz camp provides a musical foundation for any child who participates. Our faculty is a faculty that demands that our students learn to do things properly.
Music education in general teaches our students, teaches them discipline, it teaches them how to work with each other, and it also teaches them how to deal with adversity.
We are truly interested in the kid becoming not necessarily a musician, but a better person.
We try to instill in each one of these kids that human quality, the morals and values to create good citizens.
Whatever you're teaching is a matter of being able to bring a person to the point of making the correct choices for themselves. If you teach a kid how to think correctly, they can make the right choices.
The main thing is to understand music through a love of music.
Jazz Camp is very important because we're preserving the art form of jazz here in New Orleans. We're not only training students to carry on the legacy of jazz, but what we're also doing is we're training our students to be employed in the workforce.
It fills a void that we have in our community. It's a camp that's very unique because most of the camps are not as intense as this one is.
We're giving the generations the heritage that Louis Armstrong left us, and I think that's worthwhile to keep that alive.
No, man, we're a community. If something happens, save it, and then do a little step, and then go back, and then the audience won't know the difference. You understand? Y'all did a good job adapting to the tempo. Now the tempo's going to be a little bit brighter. It just might be even more bright, but you still got to do everything, all right?
The hardest thing is raising the money. As soon as camp is over, we have to start fundraising for the upcoming year. And we really hope and are really appreciative that people see the importance of keeping this program going. And what's most important for us is keeping the fees affordable so that any child that has an interest in coming to the Armstrong Jazz Camp can do so. New students must pass an audition and an interview. We expect them to know their scales and to have some relationship with their instrument. And we ask them, why do they want to be in jazz camp?
Jazz, I think, is probably the most important genre of music to learn because you have to have some skill, you have to have some mindset. It's not, you don't make a song just by pressing a few buttons and just turning a few knobs. You really have to put a lot of effort into it. You have to learn about past performers, not just musicians, but also, the dancers and singers. So it's a lot more complex, and that's what I love about it.
Thank you.